I started smoking due to peer pressure within my family unit, so it was more about peer pressure from my older cousins, not so much my friends. I was 13 and me and my other cousin who was my age caught our older cousin smoking at the park, and the way he dealt with that was he kind of forced a cigarette upon us and made us have a draw of that smoke, so we couldn't then dob him in to the parents. So he had kind of something over us, I suppose, and then that turned into a cool thing, and that just kind of branched on continually. Every day we kind of learned how to draw back over time, and then started smoking full time, I suppose. And yeah, we'd get people to buy our cigarettes. Back then it was a little bit easier to get a hold of cigarettes back in those years, but yeah, we'd get people to buy our cigarettes and hide cigarettes around, or we'd steal cigarettes off our mothers and our fathers and stuff like that. Yeah, and then out of that, I suppose, grew a nicotine addiction.
I always say, just let them know I'm quitting. So if you do have family members that are smoking, just be able to remove yourself from that circle just for that time being that they're having a smoke, and just let them know, no, I'm quitting, I'm just going to stand over this side just for a minute until you finish smoking, that's fine, keep going, and then I'll come back and sit down. And, going away and doing something like, maybe cleaning up around, sitting around with someone else that's not smoking, having something to eat, something to drink, that will really help, with that social situation as well, so then you're not tempted too much. The more you draw yourself away from it, the more your ability and the more you're able to really just not smoke around.
And Friday when I do start my holidays, it's a 4-hour drive to get to the campground, so
okay.
I don't smoke because I bought a new car, so I don't smoke in the car. And so that's going to set me up on a good start there.
That's it. And
go 4 hours without a cigarette, and
yeah.
I can try to continue that through.
Yeah. So
if you're someone that smokes and you've got a partner that smokes, but you feel like you're closer to quitting than they are, and they may want to quit or may not, it's something that you really need to have a chat with them about. So, if you're in a trusting relationship with someone, ideally they would really respect your decision, and if you want to make the balcony smoke free, or make sure they're not smoking in the car with you or not smoking around you at all, it's something that you just got to have that conversation to make sure that they can respect your decision, and they might want to tag along straight away, or you may be able to support them once you've quit for them to become smoke free as well. But just without bragging, just see how good life is if you're on that positive side of things, and hopefully you can go together.
I've got lots and lots of grandkids. I've got Aboriginal grandchildren who often come up to me and say, Nan, you work at Leha, that's Aboriginal. I'm like, yeah. And they'll say, but you're in the non-smoking team, why are you smoking? And yet my grandkids always pull me up on, what are you smoking for, Nan? And when they sit there and they talk to you about that kind of stuff, they learn that at school, which is good. And they want their nan around.
So we do find that there are a lot of our older family members and elders in the Aboriginal community that are still smokers, and it's kind of the same. They're still smokers, so they still need the same amount of support. They still need that same amount of compassion, and they still need to find that optimal care that is going to help them get across the line for when they're ready to quit. It's really important that it's not something that you feel that you can't talk to someone about. Obviously, with our elders, we always show them respect. So it might be finding the right person in the community or the right family member to be able to approach elders when talking about smoking. But if we're setting an example and our elders are at least attempting to quit or moving towards that stage of, it's going to happen, then it is going to continue to provide these really good examples for the generations below. In terms of seeing our kids and looking up to their elders, it's the same thing. It follows that path of making sure that we can just have that communication, and if people need to know things, just to make sure that it's talked about. And a lot of things in Aboriginal health we find, whether it's community with each other or with health workers, sometimes we hide our problems, and we promote that across all things, just to make sure that in terms of health, talk to people about it, ask questions. Nothing's shame job. It's you detect it early, or you knock it on the head early, and you can extend your life, or you can increase the quality of your life.
A lot of the time, Indigenous people find that they fail in their attempts a bit because they don't have that support. They're lacking in that community support. If you get someone that's a football star, they're more likely to have their community and their families supporting them 100%. But when it comes to quitting, they don't really think of it as a big task like that, or it's a big celebration to want to quit smoking. But it's always good, we think at Quitline, to always have that support on the side, whether it be a family member, a friend, somebody close, a doctor that you can actually really confide in at those times. And as well at the Quitline, we actually that's why we have the services. If they have a craving and they're trying to quit and they don't feel like they have that support, they know they have us to talk to, they have us to guide them, give them information. Even they're wanting to quit but they don't have that support, just to call into us, to have a talk with us and have a yarn with us, and talk about it. And that way when they get off the phone, they feel a bit more encouraged and a little bit more enthused to want to start their quitting attempt, and then it gradually grows with the support from talking to their family about they spoke to somebody at the Quitline, to actually they jump on the bandwagon and supporting, then another person supports, and then another person. So in the end, then they actually grow their own community of people attempting to quit smoking, and also their friends and family as well, coming together and helping them, stay quit for forever.
It's really important for friends and family to encourage people to have a go at quitting. And by encouraging them is not nagging, but it's to say help is available. You might recommend calling Quitline and just saying you're there for them when they're ready to give a go at this. And that might be offering to, I'll go for a walk with you, when you call me when you're having when you want to smoke but you want to resist it, and I'll be there for you, and asking them what could I do that would actually help you.
Just trying to make sure that you have as many smoke-free environments as possible, and really getting some buy-in from other family members. Finding someone that wants to quit as well, or they don't even have to quit. They're just finding someone that you can do something with and achieve different goals, and try, if you can, to eliminate your triggers that are helping you to continue smoking. And it's just finding something that's good for you, talking to people about it, using your health services, and using those services that are out there, like Aboriginal Quitline.